It's Officer 5000 TITHES. So today, I'm going in on your Christian so-called black leaders, man. Yeah, we're going to expose them today. I just been noticing in the world, or in the white man's world, aka America, the land of the oppressor, that being pro-black has become sort of a trend these days. You know, it started maybe, I would say, several years back with Trayvon Martin, where they started off with the hoodie, and then, you know, they threw up the black fist as the Black Lives Matter protest, and up until now, you know, the Me Too movement kind of latched on with that as well. Just different movements that's been popping up. The LGBTQ, they made a push, and they ended up getting rights under your black president, so-called black president Obama. All that once again repeating itself. This cycle we see repeating itself, going back to the '60s, where these individual groups latched on to the works of blacks, once again riding our coattails in order to push their agenda. And what I want Israel to understand is all this is simply just more politics and games of the oppressor. Ain't nothing changed, there's nothing that's happening that ain't new, you know. There's nothing that's happening that, you know, you should feel elated about. This is all the same old. So my question is, let's start off the class by posing the question. The question is, what is a hireling? And so I'm posing that to the class. I want to know, what is a hireling? And I want somebody to call in and give me that definition of what a hireling is. Okay? Because was you setting it up?
No, just make sure the mic get closer.
Oh, okay. Because what we're seeing here is your black religious leaders, no matter what form they come in, and understand what I say this, anybody under the cloak of democracy, liberalism, this American ideology is a Christian. You understand? So, and especially the Negro. So if they are coming under that cloak, no matter how much they want to admit it, they Christian, and they following the same indoctrination that's been established for well over 2,000 years now. You understand? You got to understand that these liberals, they are getting with your black political leaders, and they're using them as basically an ear to the streets to see what's the mood of black America, black Hispanic America, and understand what are the youth thinking and where their mindset is, because they're pawns. They're using them as pawns on the chessboard. Ultimately, this is coming down to political votes and political power. You understand? Your liberals are fighting against conservatives to maintain political office. And so what you're seeing, especially with that Juneteenth becoming a national holiday, we're going to go into a little bit of that. But I want somebody to call in and tell me, what is the definition of hireling? Or Officer Napash, you can go ahead and get that definition real quick. The definition of hireling. Oh, yeah, you got it. There you go. Let's get the definition of hireling. You understand? And I'm going to walk you down this path slowly so that hopefully I don't lose you and you can understand where exactly I'm going with this, because I don't want people to think, oh, the Israel I.S.U.P.K is anti-black. Hireling. Go ahead, brother.
Want me to read that definition of hireling?
Go ahead.
This is the definition of hireling. A person who works poorly for material reward.
There's another definition in that. Keep reading that I want. It's basically, to sum it up, it's somebody that works for hire. They're paid to do a job. You understand? They're paid to do a job. So, let me tell you something. Black people, let me tell you something about your black leaders. They're not dumb. You understand? A lot of them went to these HBCUs. You know, they joined political ties with the Democratic Party. And it's for a reason. It's not because they genuinely love black people and want to see black people in a better position in America. It's because they seen a way to utilize our struggles and being black as a way to make profit from the oppressor. You understand? Because they know that the Democratic Party reaches out to their demographic for these proxy leaders to be set up, these hirelings to be set up as means to control the knowledge and information that comes into our mind, to control our vote, to control our actions, a lot of things. But we've just recently started picking up on that with Reverend Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. But what I need you black people to understand is that they just switched it up. They let them go. They retired now. They done. You understand? Now you got to watch for these new cats that's popping up. And Umar Johnson is one of them. You understand? Mr. Ufuntunde. He one of them. Don't let that passionate talk, that's the same old Christian preacher talk that's been in the black community since slavery, chattel slavery, you understand? They use cats like that talk real good, real charismatic, to speak on black issues. And just recently, Umar Johnson was a part of the Juneteenth festivals. As soon as it became a national holiday, they bring him up to speak, and he was saying, don't let the oppressor take away the fight out of Juneteenth. Well, I'm here to tell you, as a member of the I.S.U.P.K, Officer 5000 under Commander Yahanna, is that you celebrating Juneteenth, you never put up a fight. You never were in the fight by celebrating that holiday. You understand? You aren't part of you being radical. Being radical. I'm gonna break down what being radical is. I don't want to go into the Juneteenth right now because we're still on this hireling thing, right? So we read the definition of a hireling. It's basically somebody that works for hire. You understand? So you could tie that into anything, a servant, hairstylist, or whatever, somebody do your hair for money. Those are hireling, and especially your Christian preachers as of today. They're hirelings. They are not true leaders of the people. They do this for profit, and there's a lot of telltale signs that let you know that they're essentially hirelings. You understand? So now that we brought that out, let's go. Let me get Ephesians 6 and 11. Yeah, let's go there. Go ahead. Marwa Sar. All right. You might want to get him down. All right, we got you down, brother. You want to read Ephesians 6 and 11 for me? Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, see, y'all got to understand the game. You understand? Y'all got to understand the game, and I'm going to help y'all understand the game because I'm seeing a lot of black people running around the streets like we done won something. They excited about this President Biden being in office. You understand? They got their hopes up high. They just started giving out those $600 child tax credits. I'm insulted by that because they keep saying that it's going to raise so many families out of poverty. You know, $600. $600. $600 is going. $600 is going to reverse the generations of curses on the black community and the black family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we literally got generations that didn't go to college, that couldn't vote, that couldn't read. You understand? That had no opportunity to establish any wealth under this oppressor. And now they trying to convince me that $600 is going to somehow raise us out of poverty. And what's worse about that is that you got these black leaders or those that affiliate themselves with the liberal party trying to pacify other black people to say, well, the Republicans didn't want to give you nothing. You should be happy with what you got. Like they want us to be content with the crumbs.
Right.
You understand? $600 is food money for some families. That's just food. And you talking about raising people out of poverty? That's a damn lie. Read Ephesians 6 and 11 when you got it.
Ephesians 6 and 11. Put on the whole armor of God.
Uh-huh.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Now I want y'all to let's meditate on that for a second. Put on the whole armor of God. Let's imagine what it is to be we in a battle, right? And we putting on armor. In I.S.U.P.K, we putting on armor. Meaning we gathering this knowledge out of this book. And we adopting the spirit of Christ, which was about warfare and brotherhood. And we going out and we are preparing for battle. Right? In a spiritual sense. Because we understand that we're at war. But let me tell you what your hirelings are doing. Your hirelings are trying to convince black people to put down their armor. Put down their sword. Like in reverse, you Negroes, you putting on the Kunte cloth, the Kente cloth, and you not ready for war. You relaxing like you Prince Wakanda somewhere, and you know ready to take a vacation because now you done made it in America because Biden in office and he done gave Negroes a couple $100 and he done let you Negroes have another day to barbecue. And so now you ready to back from fighting. You understand? So read that again, brother.
Ephesians 6 and 11.
Uh-huh.
On the whole armor of God.
Right.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
The wiles of the devil. What is the wiles of the devil? The tricks of the devil. We all know who the devil is, don't we? The Lord saying put on this armor so that you can withstand his tricks, his deceitful ways. Because devil simply means what? Deceiver. So this man that we are at war with, his tactic, his number one tactic is to deceive. You understand? That's what you got to understand about your Juneteenth. Your Juneteenth wasn't because they genuinely are sorry and... Go ahead. Who is this? I'm sorry, sis. What was your name again? You got that in the posh?
Con.
All right, we got you locked in, sis. All right. So you got to understand, this devil, he's a good devil. Yeah, I'm not mad at the devil for being the devil. You understand? This devil is a good devil in the sense that he understands his slaves. You see? Because what he's doing is, by giving you this holiday, he's essentially taking away your will to fight. You understand? Now you don't want to fight because we won. It's a celebration. You celebrate victory. Right? Go ahead.
What you just said is so heavy, you know what I'm talking about, especially the part about, you know what I'm saying, getting this holiday and it keeps you from wanting to fight, you know what I'm saying. We already, you know what I'm saying, as a people didn't want to fight. Now we ain't even got a bigger pacifier in our mouth, you know what I'm saying, and it's just a day off, you know what I'm saying. You're not getting no money for it. You're not getting nothing extra out the blue for it, you know what I'm saying. It's just a day off, you know what I'm talking about. Something you already doing anyway. Most people anyway in the South, anyway, for my knowledge, people in the South been celebrating Juneteenth since the 80s, since the 70s. They've been celebrating it, you know what I'm saying, and made a big thing out of it without it being a...
Hold your peace real quick, because I'm actually go into that. I'm going to show you that we've been celebrating that since the 1800s. I'm going to bring that out. So just hold your peace on that, because what you're saying is right. This ain't nothing new. And first off, should no self-respecting nation celebrate a day in which your slave master said, okay, Negroes, you free, toodaloo. You just open up the cages and say, toodaloo. Oh, let me get the chain off your neck. All right, click, click. You're free. That's the day we celebrate. We didn't fight for this. We didn't make no changes. We didn't, come together as a people. That's what's even worse. Black people, we didn't come together as a nation and finally stand up, you know what I'm saying, against the oppressor. We were scattered everywhere. You had Negroes in the North, Negroes in the South, and I guarantee you the Negroes in the North look down on Negroes in the South like, why don't y'all want to come get y'all freedom? You know what I'm saying? As if they was any freer than the slaves in the South, right? So we weren't together. We weren't in one accord. The slave master simply opened up the cages and said, all right, y'all free. Now, I'm going to go into this Juneteenth because I looked it up. And I'm going to tell y'all, man, it is... what Biden did was a political move, and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it. Give me 1 second. Any questions in the class? Questions or comments? Go ahead. All right, yeah, we got you down. Hey, let's see where we at. All right, so when did Juneteenth become a holiday, right? I'm going to show y'all. Juneteenth, and you can look this up. Juneteenth was a state holiday started in Galveston, Texas, under the order of a Union general by the name of Gordon Granger. The Emancipation Proclamation was what? January 1863, signed by Lincoln, right? So Gordon Granger, approximately 2 or 3 years later, decided to adhere to that emancipation, right? And made Juneteenth a state holiday in Galveston, Texas. And up until then, they've been celebrating in parts of the South since the 1800s. Joe Biden just recently made it a national holiday. But if it was all about freeing black people and the slaves being, why didn't the South and all the other states originally acknowledge the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, signed by Lincoln, which was supposed to have ended slavery, period? It wasn't until years later that some of these states adopted that ideology. So it was still people, it was still Negroes in chains years later after the Emancipation Proclamation. And then in Galveston, Texas, they decided to go ahead and make that Juneteenth the official day where Negroes was let loose, a state holiday. You understand? It's all politics, man. They never cared. They never cared about our lives or anything like that. It was never about doing the right thing. It was a political move. It was something that had to be done. They bring that all the time. How Abraham Lincoln said, if he wouldn't have freed any slaves, if he didn't feel like he was going to lose the war. That's a known fact. You understand? So I want somebody to give me a gift destroyer of the heart. Give me that scripture, man.
Oh, my God.
You got it?
Yeah, come on.
Go ahead.
Well, Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Oppression surely make a wise man mad, but the guilt destroyed the heart.
I mean, pull the scripture, brother. Pull the scripture. That way, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, sloppy. I know talking about head, but sloppy.
Ain't no sweat, but you know, Christians, they love hearing scriptures off the top of it. You know, we come out the Bible with it, so there ain't no denying it.
Come on, God.
Go ahead.
Book Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely a present maketh a wise man mad,
Right?
and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Oh yeah, a gift gonna destroy the mind, man. That's what that is. That's what that was for Negroes, a little gift, man. And now you gonna see a lot of brothers, you know, throwing on the beard, you know what I mean, trying to rock the braids now, you know. They gonna make being pro-black trendy. And don't get caught up in that, man. Don't get caught up. Don't hate on them. Like, don't be outright against, oh, y'all niggas ain't, you know what I'm saying? But just understand that, look, we've been doing this. We've been speaking against these things since the 60s. You understand? We've been fighting against what? Give me back to Ephesians 6 and 11. Trooper what? Marwasar? Give me back there Ephesians 6 and 11. Let's finish that up. Go ahead. Read when you got it.
Ephesians 12. Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right. We've been going up against your political leaders. That's who that's talking about. Your religious leaders. We've been going up against them. And so what they doing now is they seeing that we having a powerful influence in the streets. They seeing that they losing the streets. So what they doing is that they done teamed up with the oppressor to try to galvanize a lot of brothers and sisters that come out of that poverty, come out of that, you know, mindset of wanting to appreciate their culture and love being black. You know, it's naturally in us to want to love who we are, and we've been denying it so long. We've been taught by our Christian leaders to despise being black and to do everything to be like our oppressors. You understand? But it's in our spirit to naturally want to let that vibe, that spirit, come to the surface, and it's undeniable. When we out there on them street corners roaring, they seeing it. It's hitting the airwaves. It's hitting the YouTube, the clubhouses. It's hitting everywhere. You understand? And they are fighting back. That's what this is. Juneteenth becoming a holiday. All this blackity black nonsense that you seeing right now that's being accepted into mainstream. You understand? You go into these suburban neighborhoods, you seeing the Black Lives Matter signs in the yard. I'm going to tell you white people something. Take them signs out your yard, man. You dirtying up your yard. You understand? Because we know you don't believe Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Them same ones with that Black Lives Matter be the Karens and the Kens. You know what I'm saying? They feel justified saying, "Oh, I'm not racist because they got the Black Lives Matter in their sign on their yard." You understand? All that equality and equal rights. You better understand that all that is a hustle. It is a swindle that Negroes constantly buy into. You understand? I'm trying to figure out when we gonna really wake up for real. You understand? And it's all to their demise, because this supposed to happen. What does the scripture say? Their sons and our daughters shall prophesy. You know what I'm saying? All this is supposed to happen. You got brothers trying to put back on the beard. Yeah, it's more so fashionable than it is because the Lord said so.
Right.
And it's a sign of our masculinity. You could tell because they putting on a beard, but it's looking a little effeminate. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But we let them rock the beard, man. Let them rock the braids. You understand? Go ahead.
Some man said talk about rocking the beard, stuff like that. Look at me. Bad part about it, they put on a dress, wearing the beard.
Yeah, a lot of brothers throwing on some form of a dress. Yeah, the kunte cloth, that is definitely a dress. You know what I'm saying? Sisters throwing on that head wrap. I ain't mad at that, I ain't talking about, I'm talking about sisters in the world. They trying to, they getting into wrapping their head and things like that. A lot of them, they still hoeing in them head wraps, but they slowly coming around. They all on YouTube trying to figure out how to get a black man, you know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out what we saying and what we thinking. You understand? You got, that's another thing. A lot of, as I was saying, these hirelings, right? It ain't just limited to your Christian preachers. You got cats that's YouTube content creators like Kevin Samuels and all them other cats that's in that MGTOW, red pill, blue pill movement.
Right.
Y'all see what it is on YouTube, all these discussions about black women and how they've been, towards black men. Listen, that's supposed to happen. You don't try to stop it. It's supposed to happen because guess what? When they start going down that path, then they gonna run into the truth. That's when we gonna stand out because it's shared space.
Right.
They trying to touch on points that we talk about. You understand? But they don't have the spirit we got. Some cats definitely. Kevin Samuels cat, he definitely is a homosexual. You understand? He don't like black women at all. Black women, they steady, calling in to get tortured. I don't know if y'all be watching it, but they be calling. He be like, "Listen, I gotta tell you the truth. You don't deserve it." You know what I'm saying? The sisters be like, "I got a job, and I got a child. He's only." They be proud to say, "I only got one child." You know what I mean? It be sad because, you know what I'm saying, the brother, like Kevin said, he make them feel like they ain't worth a damn. You understand? But they call to get. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I actually heard a man say
feel like they really will want to go kill themselves after talking to him. That's how he belittles them. He belittles them that low. Before a weaker woman, a weaker-minded woman who don't know the truth. Now, that's just that.
Oh yeah, he break them down. I mean, because quite frankly, he touches on a lot of things that men in the world think on. They think. You know, you got brothers that's in that caliber where he's talking about high value men or whatever. He talking about niggas with money. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Right. And he ain't just talking about niggas with money. He talking about every white man, Asian man, homosexual man, all of them. But yeah, them athletes, they don't want no black woman. Yeah, they want Becky. That's the truth. But what sisters got to realize that it is some brothers, especially in the I.S.U.P.K, they deal with sisters. They want sisters, you know what I'm saying? And they build sisters up. They in the business of building that sister up and making her work for him. Don't get it twisted. I ain't saying that black women are exempt from the wicked shit that they do. Like, we definitely trying to get y'all in line and in accordance with us, because as it stands right now, as a whole, black women are not for black men. They are set against black men. That's the truth.
I agree. I do agree. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I think the way he talks, I've been following I.S.U.P.K for about 12 years. The way he talks is not what I'm used to hearing. Like if I wanted to call Captain Cesario one-on-one and have a conversation.
Right.
He's not going to belittle. He'll tell you the truth, but the way he talks, it's almost like a hatred. It's almost like gay men who hate black women. You understand?
Exactly.
It's kind of sensitive, but a lot of women can't really see that. If they're not in the truth, they just take his word for it, because most black women are looking for the same type of man. You know what I'm saying?
A gay black man. You right. Yeah, go ahead.
What the sister just brought out is so heavy, because if you ever just pay attention to one of his videos or anything like that, he's a flaming homosexual, you know what I'm talking about? He all the way down to carrying a purse, you know what I'm saying? He's a homosexual. Everything that he says and does is homosexual, because ain't no real black man in his right mind gonna just say the things that this character says, you know what I'm saying, to our sisters, you know what I'm saying, to us.
Right. Now, you right. I mean, what he says is outright hurt. I heard him one time, there was a sister, she was on there, she had lost 150 pounds and got the surgery done, and she feeling good about herself. She got a little job going. Listen, y'all sisters with them jobs, your money do mean something. Your money is a means to bring a man comfort. They say that a high value man don't give a damn about your money. That ain't true. That money brings comfort. That money helps add to wealth. It helps add to building. So if you a sister that your talent is, you know how to go and get the bag, that's a valuable asset. It ain't nothing that should be disregarded. Yeah, Kevin said cats like him, and he ain't the only one in that space. You got to understand that whole space on YouTube, they all hate women to some degree. And really what they want is they want to turn women into sexual objects that they could use and disregard. It's the same old hustle. It's just been revamped. You understand? And women go for it because... Hold on. Let me finish my point. And women go for it because, you know, let's be real. They don't want a brother actually laying down stipulations and telling them how they should or should not be. Bring them closer to the Lord. It's no different from brothers that be reluctant to come up out of them streets. They rebellious and they don't want to do what the Lord say. That's why our people all into these different arenas, because they simply don't want to come up in the truth, to be honest with you. Yeah, our people, they love getting high. That's why Juneteenth was such a relief, because it's another day to roll up the fattest blunt, you understand, and smoke over the barbecue pit. You understand? That's all it really is. Niggas just want to get high. They got another reason to get high. They get a day off, so now they can get high and get that extra day to recover. Nah, but what was you saying, brother?
So, a lot of y'all the one heavy points that you're bringing out this afternoon, this evening, you know what I'm talking about. I just want to piggyback on what you said about, you know, the men hating the women, you know what I'm saying. The men that hate women like this, you know what I'm saying, they got mother-son issues. Something happening between them and their mama or their grandmama that would have them, you know what I'm saying, with this angst about black women where they got to just talk bad to them and degrade them. Something happened to them with their mama or their grandmama to make them feel like that. So,
Well, let me tell you, a lot of black women hate their sons, man. A lot of black women is as strange as it may seem, actually hate their sons. They'll love to make them a faggot and make them weak. But it's hard for black women to really appreciate what he is. You understand? Because she's a woman. Like a young man is essentially a prince on a way to becoming a king. And if he don't have that father influence, she cannot cultivate the manliness and masculinity in him to be that leader and to be that influence over men that he should be. So that's why I say a lot of black women, they hate their sons because they do everything, they feminize them. If black women really love their sons, they would hand them over to their fathers, man. In droves. Like, black women should be seeing the feminization of black men in the black community, and they should say to themselves, and by large numbers, I do not want my sons to turn out that way. And they should be handing them over to their fathers in droves. And if the father don't deal with you, hand them over to the I.S.U.P.K. We'll take them brothers in. Because what they don't realize is that little boy has a purpose to his nation. That's why God made men strong. That's why God gave men loud voices to exercise authority and law and strength and the ability to fight and destroy. These black women, they see their young sons growing up and he running around the house tearing things up. And that's because you dealing with the warrior that's in him. That warrior in him says go to war. Everything in his mind says destroy, go to war, and be strong and have courage. That's why you see little boys just jumping off of beds, and you wonder why he's just sitting around jumping off of stuff all day. Because he believe in his mind he could fly. Because he got courage. He got stamina and endurance and strength. And so that has to be cultivated. A man will see that and he'll cultivate it and get it to where it's controlled and subdued to where he's executing righteousness. He's moving it towards the benefit of a nation. But when you let it get out of control, it develops into what they call, an over-aggressive, it's almost like a homosexual type of demon too, because they get very angry at women because they don't know how to control women. When a man in his strength and in his power, it's to control a woman is simply conversation. How you hold yourself. You understand? How you move about when you do things in the earth. A woman will see that and she'll naturally bow down to you. But a lot of these Negroes in that space of Cameron Samuels and all them, they missed that. They didn't learn that. And so you got some cats that they may not even have their fathers around, but they naturally picked up. They learned by watching other men that was an influence. And they watching their homeboys, and they picked up on how to naturally rule over a woman and naturally rule and be authoritative as a man. But then you got a lot of cats that they needed to be taught. And since they didn't get that teaching, now they upset at women, especially black women, you know what I'm saying, specifically the nation of Israel, black, Hispanic, Native Indian women, because they are the byproduct of us. They are lionists in their own right. So if they see weakness in you, they will expose you. That's a fact. these women are not your best friend. You understand? A woman ain't. She is a companion in a sense that you subdue her to be a companion. You understand? You don't get the prize without the fight. You understand that it's a constant struggle because in her mind, she feel like she can rule. So you just got to do a little, Mr. Miyagi Danielson karate flip on the back every now and then in a spiritual way. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, you know what I'm saying? She thinking she the boss because she naturally, it's in her. She a lioness. When you fall weak, she naturally gonna step up. So sometimes you gotta whoop up, you know what I'm saying? Flip on the back, let her know who in charge, and go about, keep it moving. But when you a homosexual, you get frustrated, you know what I'm saying? You like, listen, woman, listen, because you weak. And, they run out and they go be gay and, I don't know, more power to it, man. Be as gay as you want to be. We going to get all the women. Because what I'm seeing now is a lot of brothers, they on a path of self-improvement. They want to adopt masculinity. They want to adopt strength. They want to apply wisdom. And they need righteous leadership to cultivate in it. And a lot of these women, they are gone in the world following after the devil. It's gonna be at least 20, 30 years of gap of women that just ain't self-improvement. Am I lying? Because they don't think they doing anything wrong. In their mind, they feel like you got to get on their level. While they achieving nothing other than material gain, you got a lot of brothers that's coming up, and they are becoming the leaders that they was meant to be because they coming up in here. And so what you're gonna see is you're gonna have all these eligible bachelors, but the women might just be they might not match up. You're gonna have some sisters that's cold with it, they gonna get down with it, but it ain't gonna be enough. So that's where you see prophecies like Isaiah 4:1 come to pass, because it's gonna literally take 4 women to please one man. Shit, you gonna have a man that's in so much power and authority on earth amongst his brethren that to be a woman to please him, you gotta literally have 1,000 arms and 1,000 vaginas. You ain't gonna be able to do. That's impossible. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be like, listen, have my homegirl. You know what I'm saying? She cook. She gonna hold down the fort on the food tip. My other homegirl, she gonna watch the kids and keep the house clean. Woo, woo. Listen, I'm gonna go get this bag. Me and sister Whoop de Whoop finna go get this bag for you. So while us 3 work, these other 3 gonna be at the house, taking care of the kids, educating them, all that. Every black man, it's gonna come down to damn near every black man in the hood gonna have about at least 3 women, because it's gonna take. Go ahead.
But haven't you always?
You,
Honestly, a lot of black women, I always had that conversation with women. Black women always have shared men, either willingly or unwillingly. They all have. Some of them just either don't know about it. Some black women like to be lied to, so they're cool with not knowing about it. They rather not know.
right.
They rather be lied to, so they rather not know. When in actuality, most black women already been living that life.
Right.
I have anyway.
Right.
We've always lived that life. Even before I got into the truth, we've always lived that life. So.
Right. And it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing to be shaming sisters about either. I mean, it just is what it is. But what I'm saying is that because of the destructiveness of these homosexuals and the violence and the hatred that they have towards women, it's gonna literally be to where our sisters are in danger. They don't even realize it. They are in danger. They are going to. They eventually it's gonna get to the point where they flood under masculine men. They're gonna have to, because these men out here are predators, and they are not in the right mind. Like if you let Kevin Samuels be the spokesman for black people, black men, which it seems like he taking the mantle right now, right? That is a destruct. I've heard him personally just tear his sister down to where you see it in her eyes. She was destroyed. And for the life of me, I couldn't understand. She was like a deer in the headlight. She just stood there and took the thrashing. And I said, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because ain't nobody ever told her, you beautiful just the way you are. You understand? You ain't got to put on all that makeup. You ain't got to do all that. This is how you... She need a man to step up and say, this is how you please me. A real man going to keep it real simple. Right. He going to understand that his woman's strengths and his woman's weaknesses. And he going to make life easy for her. Because he going to keep it straight and narrow. But you listen to Kevin Samuels, you got to be damn near, Beyonce and above that. You even hear it in this ranking system. He say, rate yourself from 1 to 10, and you can't use 7. Damn. So he say, I put Beyonce in an 8. So you automatically got to be lower than a 7 in his book. Like you automatically got to be like, I ain't worth a damn. I'm below average. Otherwise, he won't let you live it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn. Like, let him do what he do. Because guess what? That's going to bring the women close to us. They're going to be like, you know what? This some bullshit. Right now, we got to share the space with that nigga, man. Go ahead.
You notice how, women do go to him for advice, but no woman is checking for him.
Right.
Now, one woman said, who's Kevin Samuels' name?
Right. Because women are simple like that. Women are simple in the fact that they'll deal with you, but that don't mean they necessarily attracted to you. Like what they attracted to is different from what they actually want. You understand? Right. Like they want that the same low value nigga they talking about. Nigga with no job and laying up on the couch and all that. They want that nigga because he flipping it, dipping it, you know what I'm saying? Right. And knocking it out the frame, you know what I'm saying? Then gonna tell her, shut up, make me a sandwich. And then tell her, get up, go to work the next day. But that's the man she need. She don't even realize it.
Right.
She thinks she want this high value Herman shopping faggot, as Kevin said. But ain't now one of them, like he said, called to be like, so what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of them trying to put their beard in. Not one. Because they ain't attracted to that.
Right.
Yeah, our sisters got to be saved from themselves, man. They need real life heroes, man. They need real life heroes. That's the black community in general. Because, like I said, we going down this path of oompa loompa. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just the goofballs of society. What white man say, hey, it's a party. Niggas be, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this the day we free? All right, white man, just, you know what I'm saying? Good night, man. But give me, I believe we got Ephesians. Let me get Job 5 and 12, man. Yeah, this is real interesting to me these times because as we sit back and watch it, first off, what's going over a lot of people's head is they learned that they can get the whole nation conversating about this race issue while they just do all types of other stuff in the background. First off, in Afghanistan, they pulling them troops out. But the Taliban is coming in right as they leaving out. Destabilizing the country after 20 years of fighting. All that work, it ain't meant nothing. And so they're going to be dragged right back out there for this upcoming World War III. It's all biblical prophecy. You understand? It ain't nothing that's going to change. Listen, this is set in stone. So while everybody over here, you know, trending with the new Black Lives Matter, I guess, it's a lot of stuff that's going on in the background that people ain't seeing. Did anybody got that scripture yet?
Come.
Go ahead.
Book of Job, chapter 5, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
He disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Yeah, the Lord got something for the crafty. Yeah, you know, your Umar Johnsons and your Kevin Samuels. These the new cats. We can't say Reverend Al Sharpton no more. We don't see him no more. We got to go to the new cats that's on the front lines acting like they pro-black.
Right.
Go ahead.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Yeah, what they doing is they in allegiance with the Democratic Party, the liberals, man. So-called liberals, man. Yeah, they in allegiance. They getting paid by them. New puppets. New fools on the block. They are setting up this propaganda to galvanize the same audience that we are attracting. They seeing we snatching them up by the numbers, and so this is their attempt to fight back. That's why you're going to see a lot of this pro-blackness being popularized in America, especially under Biden. But you got to watch it because they're going to slip in that homosexuality. They're going to slip in that Me Too. They're going to slip in a lot of that. And what you Negroes don't understand is that you are in danger, man. Why? Because there is another side of this oppressor that he don't like it for 1 minute. You galvanizing. They don't feel like they should galvanize you at all. This other oppressor, the one that got all the guns, the fact that he's seeing his country go back to that same Obama tune and just the least bit, oh, they gonna run up in another Congress in a minute. They running up in a Senate meeting in a minute. I'm gonna tell you, they gonna storm another Capitol, and it's gonna be more dead. Go ahead.
Verse 13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. See, they trying to galvanize this pro-black movement, but what in spirit, what it's doing is getting black people to really start to, you know, love themselves in a sense. Try to come back to a sense of their own. Like I said, these women, unfortunately, they run into YouTube to see, black women, they love black men, right? It's Negroes that go out there and get Becky, and they traitorous to black women. But black women are dead set on giving that tail up to a brother. You understand? So these black women, they run into the internet, right? And they genuinely want to see, you know, how can they get a brother? What are men thinking so that they could be a part of it, so they could come along and find them a husband. Unfortunately, it's wolves in that. They're hirelings. I'm gonna go into that. It's wolves, and they getting ate up. They being told false information. You know, you gotta be a size. Some brothers like big women. Some brothers like dark-skinned women. Some brothers like light-skinned women. It's all different flavors and it's all good.
Right.
It's all good. You understand?
Right.
But they listening to these fools. You gotta be a size 2. And he don't give a damn about your money. Give him sex. Give him sex. Give him sex. You know what I'm saying? Have sex on the first date. That'll take off a lot of the stress. And all that nonsense they telling these women. And these women, yes, you know, rightfully they running from niggas like us on the block, telling them, listen, sis, you know, put on a dress.
Right.
Cover your body up, you know what I'm saying? Have some respect. Learn how to cook clean and how to develop different. They don't want that because that requires work. So right now, they listening to these fools, but in a sense, it's bringing them in the spirit of wanting to be under a black man, and that's when they come into our arena. That's when they come into our fold. So yeah, the crafty, they done set up these devices to trick our people, but the Lord gonna flip it on their head. This gonna bring more people into the truth. You understand? Keep reading.
And the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
Headlong, meaning they falling straight forward with it. They all this they doing that they thinking in their mind, devising their minds, swelling up their heads with, they gonna fall straight on their forehead with. That's what's gonna happen. All these cats are gonna be exposed, and once they exposed, then it's gonna leave America naked. They're gonna have to deal with what they are. Give me Isaiah 35:2. Any questions or comments in the classroom before I get that? All right, let's go ahead and get that. No questions or comments.
Isaiah 35:2. It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing.
Nah, that ain't it. Hold on. Give me a second. What was it with it? The daggone phone, you always gotta revamp it and all that. Matter of fact, scratch that. Let me get John 10:12.
Book of John, chapter 10, verse 12. But he that is a hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and flee, and the wolf catches them.
Right. Yeah, see, what you gotta understand, this is how you know that these leaders are not leaders and they just for hire. First off, they just now coming around trying to get black folks in the spirit of being pro-black and all that. But where was they at when Donald Trump was just reigning supreme? Allowing these racists to just murder black people. These cops murdering black people. You understand? These white supremacists going out actively terrorizing black people. Where was they? They was quiet as a mouse. They was quiet as a mouse until the oppressors finally said, okay, we got to make a push to get back in control so that we could calm the racial tension down. And then when the oppressor charged them up, that's when they ran back out there to be like, be proud to be black. And, now they, pushing this black agenda. But they was nowhere to be found 4 years prior to Biden. Oh yeah, Donald Trump was reigning supreme. A lot of cats that he was bringing in office was known white nationalists. You understand? He had the good old boys storm the Capitol. Like, are we just going to forget about that? We're just going to turn our heads to the fact that this place is the place of our oppressors, man. And they are waging war against us. So we supposed to just go to sleep over a holiday? Over some barbecue. We supposed to forget. A piece of barbecue chicken was supposed to make us forget all that? Like after the Capitol, where do you think they would have stormed next? The ghetto? What if they would have stormed the ghetto? Oh, we would have been in trouble. Because we walking around celebrating 4th of July, like we done did something. Celebrating Juneteenth like we done did something. We oblivious to what's going on. You just now got these Christian leaders. They after Trump gone, now he gone. Now that they done lost a little bit of their steam, now these Christian preachers, now they upset. And guess who they charging? They charging other white Baptist Christian leaders, saying, why ain't y'all say nothing when Trump was in office, you know what I'm saying, spreading all this hatred? Why didn't y'all condemn them for storming that Capitol? They trying to hold them to the fire now, because now it's like the people want answers. And so their constituents is forcing them to give them answers, so they turning and putting the blame on the white Baptist leaders. When they responsible, they supposed to know that your Christian preacher knows the Bible. He know that Bible ain't no all-inclusive book.
Right.
But it benefits him. It profits him. So now that he being exposed, now it's like, you know, he got to put the blame on somebody, so they putting it on these white Baptist leaders. You understand? Now they going head to head. We're going to see how that turns out in the political field. Because white evangelicals, they voted for Trump. The same ones that say color don't matter, Christ died for everybody, they voted for this white nationalist to be in office. They proved themselves to be liars. Meanwhile, they still want you to believe in this all-inclusive America, this ideology that we could all be equal. Oh, they did their best for the Biden inauguration. They had that sister come up there and read that poem. The sister. Y'all heard that poem?
Come.
I thought it was I was like, oh. You know what I'm saying? This is so embarrassing. That's what they do. They go get little baby to, you know, do a rap song. And, you know what I'm saying? Rock niggas to sleep. You understand? Give me I found that scripture that I was looking for. It's Isaiah 32:5.
Isaiah 32 verse 5.
Go ahead.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
The vile person. Yeah, these liberals, they really vile, man. They really the snakes in the garden. I mean, don't get me wrong. The oppressor is the devil, no matter whether they liberal or Republican.
Right.
But you especially got to watch these ones that, like I said, they got the Black Lives Matter sign in their yard. You know, the ones that I got a black friend. I got a black friend. Watch them. Because them the ones that's they gonna expose themselves real soon. I'm waiting. I'm trying to see how it play out. You understand? Because Biden right now, he's spending all buku type of money. $3.5 trillion they just got approved. You understand? And they about to be dishing this around to all these little social programs. And you got to know that it's going to hurt us somehow. You got to know that. Food prices done already went up. You know what I'm saying? Inflation done already went up. Gas still over $3 in most places. You got to know that this somehow is coming to an end. And we not going to see. Go ahead.
Yeah, just the water, sir. If I could, it's so heavy with you bringing out because it's like, it's the same, it's like, it's the same, like how, you know what I'm saying, us black people, man, we so, like, we in the store, like, we so up on game with other black people, like, any person, a black person being nice to you, you be like, oh, they must be up to some shit, something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, though? You be like, oh, you gotta watch the one that be nice to you, but a white person come up just cheesy, and you ready to rape you and your kids, and you just get those benefit of the thought, so it's like,
Oh, yeah. It say he the most subtle beast of the field. oh, he just slide right up on you, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to believe it's a undercover with these Christian black men and their relationship to these liberal whites. I think it's some type of cuckoldry going on. It's some type of erotic homosexual attraction to, you know what I'm saying? Because, no, I'm serious, because a lot of these brothers, they shave their beard off, right? They shave their head bald. They go on their job, and they talk as white as they could talk. You know what I'm saying? And they go on that job interview, get that job, and they don't try to pose no threat to that white man. They just open for anything. And I be thinking a lot of. Go ahead.
And because I came out of corporate, I left corporate a few years ago in the hotel industry. But they're more harder on you. It's almost like the white man used them to keep their foot on the neck of the blacks in the workforce.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Oh yeah.
And the Bible do say that Esau's words was smooth as butter.
Smooth as butter. It's softer than oil. That oil used for something. Hey, look. I ain't insinuating nothing. But half them homos, and then listen, I'll tell you the truth, but I'm telling you, it's a homoerotic type of attraction going on. Like some type of cuckoldry, like some mixed in there too. You know, some type of, I want to have sex with this white woman while Master's watching. You know what I mean? You got to peep that, man. Because it'd be like, why is he so docile? You know, because they want to be in that white world like a fervent heat. They want like a fervent passion. They want to be part of that, man. Any way they can. If they got to play the sex slave in the white man's bedroom, they'll do it. Yeah, have sex with my wife, and I'm gonna be pegging you from the back. Yeah, they into that, man. They into that because that's the only way you could really explain how you could be so docile and not hip to what's going on. It's obvious that all this is crumbling. The housing market is ridiculous. You can't get an apartment in the city for less than $1,600. A one bedroom in the city going for at least $1,600. That's just in Atlanta. Think of other so-called thriving markets. The homeless population is forever increasing. Where is all this money going that they supposed to be handing out? All these stimulus packages, you talking about to the tune of trillions of dollars. Where's the money? People getting crumbs we getting crumbs, them little $1,400 checks. Man, come on, man. What was that supposed to do? We getting the crumbs of what's really going on. They spread that money out and they not giving it nothing. They're not giving nothing. They're giving us a little bit on the dollar. You understand? That's what's going on. They hustling. And your Christian preachers, they getting fatter and fatter. You ain't even seeing them on TV no more. You understand? They don't have to push that stuff no more. It's already the game sold. The game locked down. It's a wrap. They ready to retire. Where Creflo at now? Creflo got that jet. He's supposed to be doing a world tour. Going around to all the ghettos in America, giving out that money and helping these families. He got that jet to do. He said he was for the ministry, right? Ain't that what he said the money was about? He said it was to do the work of the Lord. Because one of the pastors said, I think it was the devil, said he can't be on the regular airlines because all the sinning and fornicating going. He couldn't be amongst the regular, which is something else, because Christ said amongst the sinners and the publicans. But of course, he said he can't be around them. He need a private jet so he can have that one-on-one boy action without nobody in his business. But yeah, what Creflo and them at, man? Them niggas sitting comfortable while we out here building, getting food programs. I mean, we building schools out the mud. Brothers working 9 to 5s, still managing to come to class, hold classes, and go to camp, and we got, man, we in need. We in need. While they getting fatter and richer, we out here really doing the work. We really feeding the people.
Right.
We really fighting. We really struggling. You know what I'm saying? Brothers, you got brothers in here, they need wives. They need a nice little soft thing to go home to. Meanwhile, a sister caught up on the internet listening to Kevin Samuels.
Right.
And it's a warrior out there just fighting in the streets for her life, for the nation's life, saying what's right and absolutely truthful in the sight of the Lord. She ain't trying to give him no action because he in all black and in some boots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't giving him none of that tail. She go lay with, a clear homosexual. Yeah, these niggas, and now and then it makes it worse is now they getting a little, they learn, they smart. They know to be a little pro-black with it, you know what I'm saying? Add that to the resume, But meanwhile, they flaming homosexuals, man. Flaming homosexuals, hate women, on the down low, spreading more disease. It's getting worse out here, man. It's getting worse out here. So let's get some more of these scriptures, man. I want to, was that it on Isaiah?
Nah.
Keep reading.
Nor the churl said to be bountiful.
Oh, no, that's it on that, man. So, yeah, man, like I said, what we got to do is Israel, we got to wake up, man. What that scripture, gather yourselves together, now's the high time to wake up?
Oh, yeah.
Pull that scripture, man.
Zephaniah 2:1.
Zephaniah, no, not that's gather yourselves. I meant, high time is now.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because, listen, as much as it seems like it's a woke movement, we just as sleep as we could ever be, man. We've been pacified right back to sleep. You understand? But it's going to turn around. It's going to turn around on these devils. They thinking they slick. But you ain't slicker than the Most High. You understand? His words was smooth as butter, but the Most High is the author of it all. So they're going to have to deal with that. You got it?
Come.
Go ahead.
Romans 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
You gotta know the times, man. You gotta know the times, and for y'all brothers in the truth, y'all better stay focused, man. Don't allow not having no woman, or even if you got a woman, to distract you from the main goal. The main goal is to wake these brothers up, get some soldiers in these black boots, following after Christ, and preparing ourselves for what's to come, man. I know it's uncomfortable being in that one bedroom apartment. We don't go out and get all the things that make life all comfortable, like how women do, the big pillows and you know what I'm saying, the ready-made dishes. You know what I mean? I know it's hard. You want to lay up with something soft, but don't let that distract you, man. Don't let that make you weak. Don't allow that to where you lusted after this woman and you go get some worldly broad and she destroy your life. Be wise, be smarter, man. Let's be smarter than our forefathers that fell for those same traps. That's what these scriptures is for. It's for our learning, it's for our understanding. You understand? Let's be better than that. Because the reality is that it's going to keep coming. You know what I'm saying? The wave is going to keep coming. And pretty soon we're going to get hit with a whole new other wave. and we're gonna have to adjust. That's what I'm saying. Go out there and listen to these podcasts where they talking. I listen to it, and it's some straight sucker garbage. It just on the carnal level. These cats just ain't got no game. I'm gonna just be straight. Because growing up, first off, like I said before, you either learn the game quick or you don't. Some cats, they learn the street game quick. They learn the hustle game quick. They learn the gang life game quick. But then you got some cats that they learn how to attract women. That's a skill set to be able to attract women. And so these cats that we unfortunately sharing the space with, and this is why I keep bringing it up, because when you YouTube this information, you're going to find Israelites yelling at black women on the street and all that. And then you're going to think that we somehow tied into these suckers.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Alpha male, all them cats, I forget their names. I should have wrote down their names, so I should call, because I called them out personally. All of them, you know what I'm saying, the Lapeef show, all these cats, man, let me tell you something. These cats are natural goofballs that went to college. No, in high school, they never got no action from no broad.
Right.
Or the one broad that they did get action from, she ended up getting piped down by some real nigga. Let's be real.
Right.
A nigga like myself. I was in the world too. Nigga that done talked out them draws. She don't even know it. She didn't even know it, huh? She thought she was in love with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? After a blunt some Hennessy, now she just don't know where her panties at. They on the ceiling somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Panties is off. And he mad. Because he found out that the streets is real. You know what I'm saying? He found out that he was inadequate in, one, choosing a woman. And then two, once you get that woman, as a man, you got to learn how to choose a woman. And then you got to learn how to rule over that woman. Black men, unfortunately, we have to learn the basics. We got to learn that we should rule over a woman.
Right.
Like, that should just be natural. Like, when I was young, something just innately in my mind just said, I'm over her. I'm supposed to be telling her what to do. Like, I naturally felt like if a woman tried to tell me something, I'd naturally be like, who you talking to? Naturally. But unfortunately, in the black community, since we've been raised to be mama's boys and weak and subservient under women, we got to learn that whole thing over again. You know, and it's unfortunate because these cats, like I say, they done graduated high school. Okay, so they had their heart broken. Woo-dee-woo. Woe is me. You go to college, you thinking it's going to get better. It gets worse. Because now you don't have the spiritual equipment to even know what you fighting up against. In that college arena, you fighting up against a whole slew of demons. These women are being taught, feminism. Go ahead.
What you just said is so heavy, you know what I'm saying? I had, I'm to be on the HBCU, you know what I'm saying, on the campus, on the yard, what they were saying, you know what I'm talking about? And what you just said is true. All that's being taught is how to be subservient under a woman, you know what I'm saying? It's never anything about how you supposed to, you know, be a man and stand 10 toes down.
Right. Not one. And they all, you know, where With the icing on the cake is these fraternities, man. Them niggas, them supposed to be the masculine black men. Niggas that spend their whole day. What do they? What did they learn? What they are these niggas practicing dancing all day? Stomp the yard ass niggas, man. I ain't yet to see these niggas do nothing powerful in the community. Every time I see them, they dancing. Is it just me? But don't tell me that's black masculinity, nigga. I see them niggas, and then the dance be like they feeling all on their bodies and shit. It don't even be no, like a warrior type. It be some slick, just we're kind of gay. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask, don't tell. Go ahead.
What you bringing out is so heavy, you know what I'm saying? 2 points if I may. You know what I'm saying? That thing that they call themselves doing, stepping, that little dance that they be doing, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even our culture. They come from South Africans in the mines, you know what I'm saying? Getting mud out their boots.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of their rituals is homosexual acts anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to do the same thing that our oppressors fraternities do.
Right. The Greeks and the all that.
The guys that started the Black Greek movement, they were considered the men that could pass for white, that could pass for being oppressors. So they got a chance to join a couple of the fraternities that were of our oppressors, and they brought back those same traditions. You know what I'm saying? That those oppressors did. They brought it to the black community in the black colleges. You know what I'm saying? Before it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? My dad used to tell me stories about it. Before it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? But when those oppressors, put their imprint on them, because the oppressor fraternity is all about homosexuality.
Right.
And the black fraternities and the ones that started it, they got in with that homosexuality act and tried to, emasculate men and get secrets on men to make them do what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's a real heavy thing. You know what I'm saying? So
It's just like what Diddy be doing. Diddy, he gained control of that music industry because he makes sure he tagged that booty, and once he tagged that booty, now he got you. He can manipulate you. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, sis.
And Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones, yep. Quincy Jones. Uh-huh.
Never one of those type of women that like college boys. I'm gonna be honest, and that was ignorant on my part as well. But I thought I wanted the hardest street moves there was. I was never interested in those type of things because you could tell they were like listening to women.
Oh yeah.
They could come up like yes men.
Oh yeah. I've been to some of them Greek parties, man, and it's a whole lot of niggas dancing on niggas. It be the women. The women be over there cheering on. But I be like, damn, they don't feel lonely over there, you. So I never was in college. You know what I'm saying? I was always the nigga that just showed up with the drink and the smoke, salagi, you know what I'm saying? But I slide over there while them niggas dancing and go ahead and give me a little something on the side. Silly ass nigga, goofy ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you niggas bringing the crowd over this way. Now I can talk to this fine thing in peace. You know what I'm saying? They take the crowd way over there with the dancing and go ahead. I heard somebody say Salaki.
Salaki, I don't want to hit by me. You know what I'm saying? What you just said is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? And it's so true. You know what I'm saying? When you get a chance to be on a black college campus, you know what I'm saying, for a semester, 4 years, whatever, however long you got, you know what I'm saying? You see the way a black man is emasculated.
Oh yeah.
And only men that join those fraternities are men who can't get friends in the first place. The men that can't get a woman in the first place.
Oh yeah.
The ones that don't have no game. They're the one that join a fraternity. They never go after a so-called alpha male. They'll never do that.
Hell no.
Go for the guys, you know what I'm saying, that have trouble talking to women or looking in the face. They go for them guys.
Yeah, a nigga that's bound to get on at one knee. That nigga bound to get on one. That's his destiny. That nigga, you know what I'm saying? He dream about it more than the broad do. You understand? Shit, like yeah, these niggas. I mean, we gotta expose these niggas, cause I mean, to be honest with you, I don't blame the women. I never blame a woman for being out of order and she under a man. Like I blame the nigga. I always been like that. Like if I was, you know what I'm saying? You ever been in a situation in the lunchroom or whatever, and hold on, let me make my point. And a broad get out of line, and her dude right there, I look at the dude like, you ain't gonna check this bitch. If he failed to check her, I tell him, because you weak, nigga. I say it right there. Because you weak, nigga, I gotta check your bitch in front of you, nigga. I gotta check your bitch for you. You see this bitch out of line. You know she out of pocket. But since you a weak nigga, I gotta check this bitch for you. And you know a lot of times them niggas, man, they won't even fight you. Cause they realize they were wrong. I don't blame the broad. Coochies are drying up at an expediently rapid rate. From all the weak bullshit going on, man, the vaginas is drying up. I feel sorry for these women out here, cause, like I say, listen, these dudes, man, I gotta call a spade a spade. The MGTOW movement, men go their own way. Where's you and these other niggas going? Where y'all about to find a utopia where it's just you and other niggas just in this island with some? Before I ever go down that road, I'm gonna learn how to check a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, before I go down the road of me and this nigga rubbing each other down with oil, I'm gonna find out how to get me one of them things. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary, nigga.
What?
By any means necessary, nigga. These niggas over here talking about, we gonna go our own way. Come on, guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead for the brother that says Salagi. Hold on. Let the other brother speak. I heard 2 people. Go ahead.
You know, you talking about the HS, you know, the black colleges. You know, there was a famous professor who went to get an interview at Howard University, right?
Yeah.
And first thing you notice, you know, first thing you notice, you know, the guy who interviewed him was an Asian. You know what I mean? And secondly, when he started working there, he saw at the black college, Howard University, there was no black teachers there, no black professors. He was the only black professor. Everybody else was from Italy or Germany and all that. One guy from Africa, and he said he noticed it was a difference. So it's like, you know what I mean? Even if in our own schools, we don't have no government representing us.
Man, I was at Morehouse probably a couple years back, and I'm walking on the strip, and all I seen was Arabs, East Indians. Now this is Morehouse, all black male college, right? And of course Christian niggas, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? It was odd in the sense that I'm seeing all these other heathens on the black college campus. So it's like, they not only are emasculating black men, but they done sold out to the fact that they letting everybody up in that thing, man. But go ahead to the other brother.
Shalakia, that's a heavy point you just brought out, you know what I'm saying? And to go back to what you were talking about with the topic, you know what I'm saying, how we got to expose these leaders, you know what I'm saying? A lot of Christian pastors, you know what I'm saying, they come from these Greek organizations that live by these homosexual ideals, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And when you
Oh yeah.
see a lot of homosexual activities in these churches, you know what I'm saying, you got to go back to the source of where they come from. A lot of these churches, they get educated men to be preachers in their churches now. And
Right.
And most of them are from fraternities, you know what I'm saying? Whatever fraternity they are, they're a part of it, you know what I'm saying? And it's a running joke in the church about it, you know what I'm saying? But nobody seems to catch on to it that the homosexuality is really started from the head, you know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, I remember I was doing Uber a while back, long time ago actually, and I took one of them Greek. What's the purple niggas? The not IUIC, the Qs, whatever. I was taking one of them niggas to the golf course, and he was telling me about how they little get-togethers and all that. Apparently, all the Qs was coming in town from wherever they come from, homosexual land. I don't know, and so I get there. And he was like, "Oh yeah, that'll go to girls right there." We had some girls come up from Miami, so I'm thinking it's gonna be it's a hell of niggas. It's like 50, 60 niggas. So I'm thinking like it's gonna be a bus load of women. I get there, it's 2 women, and it was like, "Oh yeah, so we just bring them around to, saying basically you do whatever you want with them. Brothers go in and out, doing whatever they want with just 2." I said, so it's 50 of y'all, and y'all only thought to get 2 women up here to, and you know what I'm saying? I said, so and naturally you niggas gonna be sharing, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a situation where swords is gonna cross, but it's alright. Cause a mega these niggas is gay. I can't, listen. I'm telling you straight up on YouTube, if this hit YouTube, Facebook, y'all blockers, all you want, I'm telling you niggas in that fraternity, you niggas is gay. It ain't no get, go ahead.
You hear about the Mason brothers too. A lot of preachers is Mason, and you know what I mean? They go right in the middle of the Mason.
I don't know nothing about the Mason brothers, but if they get down like them, if they get down like them Calvins and the Malvins, nigga, I listen, man. You listen. There's a lot of butt activity going around there, man. We got to call it what it is, because our sisters is caught up in that. They thinking that's where they thinking that's where the men with the future at. It's a thing where they, I married a Q. And all that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. All right, more power to you. Says, all right. I understand you in sci-fi. Seaweed. See-whoop, whoop. I understand. Whatever. Go ahead, brother. Who said Salaki?
What you bringing out is so heavy and it's so important to our community, you know what I'm saying? Because our people have been brainwashed by these folks, you know what I'm saying? They have literally, Dr. King came out of that fraternity organization on 858, the black and gold, the one that carried the message around with them.
Oh, I ain't even know about that.
Organization, you know what I'm saying, with all that homosexual activity as well. All of it homosexual. All of it is against the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. All of them join themselves unto Greek culture when the Most High say keep yourself separate unto Him. We belong to the Most High, but they want to join themselves on to the other nations as if they're gonna get some kind of reward from the other nations, not knowing that they are a laughing stock to the other nations and an embarrassment to our nation.
Yeah, the truth is nobody respects a turncoat. Yeah, so the oppressor, he uses these clowns, but they don't respect them. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Like every country got a law against traitors. You get put to death, man. So, unfortunately, in the black community, we have yet to come together to where we could identify these traitors. As a matter of fact, they lifted up and they praised in our community, but they traitors. Let's be real. They traitors. They not for us. And mainly they helping push the agenda of the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Our children are in danger. Our families are in danger. Our households are in absolute danger. You understand? More brothers is gonna be locked. To be masculine is finna be a crime. I'm telling you, it damn near is already. Right. With that Me Too joint, because I'm seeing something where they like, about the cat calling. Now, from my understanding, cat calling is when you see a woman in the street, you try to get her attention. However you get her attention. I'm not saying that there is an appropriate way to get a woman's attention, but apparently, cat calling is the attempt in itself. Is called cat calling, and it's wrong. It's looked down upon, according to the feminists. And so, yeah, just being like, "Hey, baby, in the street," like that's called cat calling. Pretty soon they're gonna make that illegal. They're gonna find some way to eliminate black masculinity. Because when they say cat calling, I'm assuming they talking about brothers, because we the only ones that try to holler at women in public. You don't never see no white boy try to holler at no woman. You don't never see no Asian try to holler at no woman. Maybe the sister, I don't know, sister on the phone if a white boy ever stepped to you, and if he has, what that game be like? I need to know, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What do white boys? She ain't gonna tell us. So. But I just want to know. You know, they can't be talking about these other nations, because when do you see them trying to holler at women in the street? All I know is that brothers be trying to, you know what I'm saying, get some meat out in the street. Because that's where brothers be at, on the corner somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Nigga be on the corner somewhere. The white man, he ain't on the street, he at work.
Right.
It's a nigga that got the nerve to be trying to get some tail, and he got no job. You know what I'm saying? He out there in the middle of the street with nothing to do. You know, trying to get up on some of that tail. So to me, it seemed like a direct attack on us. You understand? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Go ahead.
If I could, say the same, because I think when you get over it, like the big go our way, we go. Why does that sound like a TD Jake book? Like, men that aren't losers.
That's exactly what it is. These niggas get together in a huddle, and these niggas just hold each other's rods and real tight, just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, when you think about it, it don't make sense. But you got these YouTube content creators. That's why I said they're hirelings. I throw them in there with the Christian leaders, because what they doing is they looking at the algorithms on YouTube, and they seeing what's most popular, what get talked about the most, and then they make their content surrounding that. So relationships between black men and black women, obviously it's all so vocal, right? Because we bash each other in media all day, every day. Men we just recently got this opportunity through social media to fight back. But early 90s, early 2000s, black women controlled all the media and the negative imagery about niggas. You know, Oprah, give me some Montel Williams, give me some more, what's it, go ahead. Or Arsenio Hall. All the media was just making niggas look like dogs out here. You know what I'm saying? Even up until the latest, Tyler Perry. He the latest one. He got the formula down pat. You understand? He pushing out movies like every other month. You wanna know why? Because it's the same formula. Make the nigga the villain and make the woman the victim. And so a lot of this stuff is getting space on YouTube and in social media. And so naturally we fall into that, because we're vocal about black relationships as well. However, we coming with solutions from the Bible, what God says, while they just coming with their own thoughts. You understand? Go ahead.
Kind of out the water, sir, real heavy, if I may. You know what I mean? These Edomites, these devils, they York or the big cities, when they close to us, they're around us all the time, that's when they start to copy our style. I be seeing them.
Oh yeah.
In the city, not in the suburbs, but in the city, you get some liquor in them, and they start to slur, trying to look like something they trying to resemble, hollering. Or when they come out with they brand new BMW or Range Rover, they gonna stop and whistle at a devil, skinny devil, like, damn girl. Or you ain't trying to holler, but you can tell they trying to fake the funk.
Yeah, they ain't in their spirit. Nah, see how the white man get women and you know, this could just I say the oppressor gets women is from what I know, he get you on the Bill Cosby side of the game. He drug you up real good. You know what I'm saying? Club them upside the head, drag them somewhere, and go. You know what I'm saying? That's. I mean, you don't see the oppressor just. I never seen the oppressor just mac abroad to go where he going at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I see niggas do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Parties when that woo woo woo, swoop whoop. Listen, you know what I'm saying? You know what I ain't gonna say, but you know what it is.
Yep.
So they copied us. What's that scripture? What's he saying in scripture? Why trimmest thou ways to seek love? Pull that real quick.
It's Proverbs 3.
No, it's in Jeremiah, I believe. Yeah, why trimmest thou way? You could just Google that real quick and it'll pop up. But yeah, see, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We making it popular to speak on what's going on. And so now it's hitting YouTube and all social media, and everybody wants to get in on it. That's why they got this podcast. I don't know if y'all watch it. It's called Fresh and Fit, where it's an Arab and a Benjamite brother who think he African out of Miami. They supposedly teaching men how to get women, and it's another woman hating show. It's you know, they bring on these whores to represent what women are. You know, to talk about, you know, to represent the women. Now the women they bring on are obvious street whores. I mean, literally, they're prostitutes. Porn stars, strippers, you know what I'm saying? Like that's women, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you was to sum up what women is in general, there'd be prostitutes and OnlyFans creators. Like, come on now. That's why I'm saying this stuff is starting to get silly. Somebody got to tear it down, and I got to go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for checking the black woman, and I'm by no means excusing the treacherous evil that a lot of these women do to brothers. But I gotta draw a line in the sand. Because, like I say, it ain't that, bruh. It ain't now let's go be gay. You know what I'm saying? It's now you step up into your power and your greatness. Now, as black men anyway, I don't know about any other nation. If they going through what they going through, get y'all women however y'all get y'all women. Club them over the head. Whatever you pop up, get them high, get them drunk. Whatever you do. But for black people, black, Hispanic, Native Indian, what we got to do is we got to now seek righteous leadership and righteous counsel from men in the I.S.U.P.K. Y'all got to come up in here and y'all got to learn how to get women. Like, you never learned. That's all it is. Don't be mad. You never learned. You never adapted. Because right now, a lot of them, they winning. Like, women want them because they've been pulled away from masculine men, true masculine men, and they want those simps, suckers. And even in that, they still can't get them. Like, women are openly saying, I mean, they don't want them in the sense that that's what they're sexually attracted to. they still attracted to niggas like us. You know what I'm saying? But they want, in their minds, they want those simps, these betas, these cats that, you know, they're going to capitulate, do what they want. Go ahead.
They want somebody that ain't gonna cause no trouble.
Yeah, they don't want nobody that, you know, gonna call them out like, where you gonna dress like that? They don't want to see, when you throw that into the pot, that shake them up.
I like it, sir.
Go ahead.
And a lot of those type of men, of course, they don't want a woman who's going to ask them certain questions, but also who will challenge them on doing what's right either. So,
Oh yeah.
a lot of black women out here that are monsters. I always say that. I don't really mean with a lot of women. But a lot of them are monsters, but it is some men out here that are also blinded, where even when they do meet righteous sisters who trying to do the right thing, they don't really want that challenge. They don't.
Hell no.
They're quick to throw that type of woman away. She's more disposable because she's going to make you think as well, think outside the box. You know what I mean? So.
She gonna make him accountable to his duties as a man, and he can't. He ain't a man. I mean, he a man in the sense that he got a rod, but he don't. Listen, Jake out here for the most part, they don't want to have no family. They don't want the pressure and the responsibilities that come with having a family. They don't want the pressure and responsibilities of running a household. They don't want the pressure and responsibility of being an example in the community. That's why most niggas out here running around with hoes, getting high, you understand, making babies, disappearing. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to believe sex is marriage. They don't want to believe that if you lay down with a woman, you got to give your life for that woman. They don't want to believe that. They laying down with women, and I mean, by and large, they don't feel no obligation to protect that woman in no form, sense of form. They be like, oh, I'll just go get another bitch. And then, yeah, it's true. That's why I said this is where I draw the line. I'm for the brothers.
Right.
But this is where I draw the line. This is bullshit I'm saying. That's my whole. My topic was, Christian leaders, but in the sense that all of them fall under Christianity, and if you ask me, all these cats that's taking the lead and taking the helm, so to speak, or was given the helm, all of them fall under that Christianity cloak. So yeah, it segued nicely into this, to where we could discuss these cats that we seeing on YouTube, and we hearing the conversations. We in the clubhouses. And sisters, y'all need to get up in the clubhouse. Y'all need to follow us on YouTube, I.S.U.P.K Atlanta, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Look us up. All the I.S.U.P.K accounts. Look us up. Like, subscribe, because you're going to hear some real content. You understand? Share it. Make sure your girlfriend hear it. Let your mama hear it. It's going to be harsh. It ain't going to be what you want to hear. A nigga going to be like, sis, you can't go out there dressed like a hoe. But guess what? That's the man that you need. Not the nigga that's going to be like, yeah, go, you're a queen. Go do what you want to. He don't believe that. He don't believe that. Don't follow after that brother. That brother is a bad example. He don't want to deal with that mouth. He don't want to deal with, okay, if I tell her not to put on these clothes, she ain't gonna give me some tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, you gotta do it from the jump. As soon as you meet a broad, let her know who you are, man. Let her know who you are. I mean, let her get to know you first. Don't get me twisted. Y'all brothers, y'all get this truth, and you just go gun ho off the rip. Just all of a sudden, you more holier than thou. Bitch, put on a dress. Nah, don't do all that. Let her get to know you first. If she dressed like a hoe, you know what I'm saying? I say give her about 2 weeks. the countdown has begun. You know what I'm saying? The express to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you know, why don't you put this on? Buy her something. Buy her a nice dress. Why don't you try this on? Why don't you look up how to put on a hair wrap? Invite her to class. Hold on. Invite her up to class. You know what I'm saying? Let her get the culture. Let her get to know you. Let her get to like you. And then, once she's comfortable, lay down law, nigga. Lay down law. And be unwavering, nigga. Be unwavering. Because that way y'all running into problems because y'all getting these women, but then you ain't establishing the boundaries. You niggas still letting them operate on their worldly terms, and you slowly but surely kinda giving her the truth. Nah, damn that. Make sure she respect your Hebrew name. Make sure she know your Hebrew name. Make sure that she is interested in what you believe in. She vibing how you vibing. Go ahead, brother. Right. She gonna fall like domino, man. What they say? Two things I ain't never seen before: a UFO and a hoe that won't go, nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? Not in the sense that we want a hoe, but at the same time, yeah, a woman will take any man. But what's the scripture I'm referring to? I bet y'all don't know. I bet y'all can't get it. A woman to take any man, but there is one woman better than another. Who know what I'm talking about? It's in the Apocrypha. Nobody know the scriptures? Go ahead. Nah, not that one. Just Google a woman will receive any man. Apocrypha, King James Version. Y'all know that scripture? Let me get it real quick. Go ahead. Go ahead.
A woman will receive every man, yet is one daughter better than another.
You understand? That means the man do the choosing. One woman is better. It's one woman. It's a woman out here that's better than other women. You got to get hurt. Because you choose. But a woman to take any man, she just want a man. You know what I'm saying? Like sisters in this school, they'll take any brother. But it's up to you who you choose. You better make a wise decision. Be careful who you giving your compliments to. Be careful who you giving your power to. You lay down with a hoe with it, nigga, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? If she come out of that life and where she want to be, you know, get the wedding ring and all that other garbage, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you willing to capitulate, you know what I'm saying, you might as well be Christian. You willing to do all that? And man, listen, man, that's already been in the black community. It's called the Christian church. They need niggas from what I understand. It's a shortage of niggas going in the Christian church, so they will welcome you with open arms. Don't you come in there with that beard, though. Don't you come in there trying to look hard with them boots and all that. You niggas better put on that 3-piece suit, nigga. Shave that beard off. Talk like, hey, Mr., you know, my name's Jonathan, Sir Matthew Maxwell III. give them your full out government name, and you can get you one. Shit, they there. But if you want to be a warrior, brother, you're gonna have to endure to the end in here. You're gonna get a lot of rejection. There's gonna be a lot of women that's gonna be like, hell no. I'm telling you straight up. This ain't where women come to finally turn over to the black. Nah, we the last. This is, so you know, the sisters that we get, the ones that's rejected by the world.
Right.
This ain't where they first choice. You know what I'm saying? This is not their first choice. If y'all thinking it's gonna be a goddamn slew of women, just nah, that ain't how the truth work, man. The ones that you gonna get, the Lord send them your way. Cause let me tell you something. You not finna be up in this thing thinking you finna have Christian fun. It's a strict life. A priest life is hard. Ain't nothing given to us. You know what I'm saying? And that concludes the class. Any more questions, man, before I wrap it up? Any last minute comments? None? Go ahead. Damn. Damn right. All right, man. That concludes the class. I'm gonna hand the class over to precinct officer, the Posh Officer 50, and with that, shalom.
Shalom, this is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. Where the I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they are living for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves up the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. That means your captain and or your camp leader in his own. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. In the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My I.S.U.P.K means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the church department of teacher. Priest fund. Free will offer of priest not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. The next holy convocation is the Feast of the Memorial of the Blowing Trumpets. That is September 6th, Monday, sundown. I know everybody got a free day, you know, since so-called personal holidays, Labor Day. You know, so you got a day off, so you might well come in and join in with the brother and sister of the I.S.U.P.K. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pant, headband, and scarf. With that, men Israel. Give a salute, men Israel. I might him Sabbat. I might him Barak. Yahweh B'Shem now Shabbat. While I say in the Hebrew, I'm translating to English. May the Most High in the name of Christ bless you. Yah Matah. We got a sister online. Give one curse salute to the sister online. Men Israel. I might him Sabbat. I might him. Barak. Yahweh Shema Elatah B'Shem Yahushua. While I say it to you in the Hebrew, I'm translating in English. May the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Yad Matah, me hands down, class is dismissed.